Hello there. This is your host, Lost in Character, and today I'm going to be showing you the biggest problem with Blade and Sorcery, and that has to do with the two-handed sword. But if you are joining me for the first time, please give the channel a follow. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm actually working on some video content for YouTube video, so I might as well stream it. Anyway, so you get lined up here. So the biggest problem with Blade and Sorcery has to do with the two-handed sword, and it has to do with the backhand and its ability to not manipulate the point of the sword by moving the pommel. I'll show you what I mean. So if I keep my front hand stationary and I move my backhand up and down, the point stays in the same place. What you'd expect is that the point would go up and down this way. And that can be easily demonstrated with the real sword. Instead, it relies on the direction that your hand and your wrist are facing. Same thing like if you look at it this way. If I move the pommel around and my top hand or my dominant hand stays still, you'd expect the point to go like this. Why doesn't it do that? It's very strange. I'm not quite sure the reason why. Other games allow you to dip and raise your point by moving the pommel, and this comes in handy in a couple different attacks and defenses, and I'll show you the reason why this kind of kills the two-handed sword for me and why I think the developer should change it. But first I must have some ale. So the basic right-sided attack. This is called the mandrito in the Italian fencing terms. That's basically an attack that originates from the right side. So mandrito, you can have a full mandrito or a half mandrito. Now the half mandrito is done kind of by the flicking of the pommel. You can do it kind of with your front wrist, but basically the idea is you're attacking in a quick way, and that has to do with flicking the pommel here. And if you can see, it doesn't really move the point very much. It should be more like this. And that's all pommel rotation there. You should be able to pull this pommel and generate force. Same thing as a reverso or a strike that comes from the left side. Basically, you can make those cuts in this game. But the problem is, I should be able to pull this pommel and make this point go forward. That would increase the velocity and the strength of the attack to deliver a more powerful strike than just having to do it with my front wrist. I should be able to pull this pommel and make it snap. Now this comes into play in a regular reverso, but also what's called a reverso trivolata, which is you're swinging here and you turn over and you almost whip it around with the pommel. And so this is supposed to increase this velocity where you can just smack somebody with it. Now this does kind of work in Blade and Sorcery, but the power is taken out of it. And you'll see when I go to the combat, it's nothing more than a light tap, either this direction or with the half mandrito. Another move that will be affected by this is what's called the falso dritto, which is a rising false edge cut. So if I bring my hand back and I turn my point to the floor and throw it forward, you can do that with your right hand. But the problem is the pommel is supposed to be what snaps this forward. And that doesn't matter the direction that your hand is your front hand's facing. I should be able to do this move with great power using the pommel. So that's just kind of a problem that I see with some attacks. And also, I guess the biggest issue that I have is that you aren't able to defend with a hanging parry, let's say. More ale, yes. Mouth is quite dry. So, probably my favorite defense, and that I want to use a lot in other games, is when you have your point out and you're basically dropping your point to give your body some coverage. Now, I can't bend my wrist very far in this position. It only goes about this far. What I want to be able to do is to tilt my backhand up, raising the pommel, dropping the point to give my body a defense. And that shouldn't matter, because I can have an open hand if I'm using this sword in real life. But in Blade and Sorcery, I can't drop the point. It's only as high as the front hand is going. So I can't defend my body in this way and follow up with a reverso strike. So this is probably the biggest issue with this, is because even if I'm trying to stab at my opponent's chest, I should be able to keep my right hand, for the most part, going the same direction, and then just tilt the pommel just a little bit to make it aim where I want it to go. Now I have to actually physically aim it with my front wrist, and as I said before, the controller does not allow you to go, let's say, this direction without being a very awkward bending of the elbow and forcing your wrist as far as you can towards the floor. Some people just aren't that flexible. So just to recap, those are 3 different attacks and 1 defense that just seems to be lacking. Also, just in general, being able to manipulate where the point is helps with aiming thrusts and, follow-up attacks. So that kind of makes the whole system of the two-handed sword wonky to me. Why can't you move the point up and down this way? Why am I doing this weird sword motion and keeping my point stationary? This should go like this, and it doesn't. Same thing here. This should happen if I move my backhand. And this is not the case in all games. Blade and Sorcery has chose to do this. Overall, their physics engine is very well done. It doesn't really make sense to me why they would kind of nerf the two-handed weapon, unless you assume everyone's going to be fighting like a peasant, in which case they're probably right. But you can literally just hold your backhand at your hip, and you can move your sword any way you want with your right hand. It's almost like you're taking the whole concept of using 2 hands out of it, and you're just adding power by clipping your second hand on. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, now I will go to the arena and fight to show you how some of these moves are not as successful without the independent motion of the pommel. Give me 1 moment and I shall teleport there. Also, I'm using some mods today. This does not affect the issue I'm talking about with the two-handed sword, but it does give you some cool weapons. I'm using the medieval Mega Pack mod, and I guess the Templar suit. That's not a standard thing the game offers. And I also have full plate armor as an option, but I won't be using that today. Okay. All right, let's get us some enemies. Bandits, knights. We'll do the knight. We'll do 1v1. Let's do knights. Alright, so I'm going to try to use these attacks and show you kind of how they're not really as effective. So that happened to be a slice to his throat. See how that just doesn't really make much motion? Come on. Let's try to grab it. See, I'm trying to do the Mandrito here. Alright, let's just fight these guys for real. Alright, Falso Drito. It really is just, it's the defense. This guy seems to be stuck on the wall, so. Oop. Alright, I'm gonna try the defense. Just being able to hold my sword here covers most of my body. Especially if I'm down here. Oh. I should be able to defend, turn this over. Must drink ale. Alright, I'm just going to dispatch of this guy. Eat it. Alright, here we go. See, that's a very common move. But I have to, in order to get the point down here, I have to break my hand, or break my my hold just to show you. I can't bend my wrist this way. This is why the independent motion of the backhand should make the sword point move up and down. But it has to be my front wrist. So when I'm doing this block, I can only get as high as my wrist can bend down, which isn't very far at all. I can't do this just by raising my backhand, which that's probably the biggest problem with Blade and Sorcery, is when it comes to this motion. Also, the fact that you can just have your hand on your hip and do whatever you want with your front hand is stupider than being able to move the point with your backhand. So normally that's a very powerful strike because of the whipping of the pommel. Same thing with this. I mean, it does work if you kind of make it more of a swooshing motion with this, but really it's really a loose grip that you do. You come around here and it's pulling the pommel up or back that makes that whip, which can do a lot of damage. But in this game, it's not really much. It's like maybe a light tap. And the falso drito, same thing. I mean, this one isn't too bad, but the pommel's supposed to add to this, the velocity of this, and make this more of a damaging attack. But it doesn't. The point doesn't go very far, so the velocity isn't applied of whipping and pulling this thing. Same thing with your basic reverso attack. I should be able to pull the pommel to increase the swing. Like I should be able to go here and not have to stop, you know. Ah. Get up. Just I should be able to do this defense. Full mandrito, half mandrito. It's supposed to be more of this motion, a bigger motion, by using the pommel as a flick. So I should be able to pull it to make this go forward. Same thing here. Be able to pull this and make it do that. It doesn't. I, 'cause I should be able to pull this and make it do that. It just doesn't. Same thing with this move. Ah. The fighting with the two-handed sword, your best guard is Portrait di Ferro here. Dominant shoulder forward. You can defend your body pretty much all these ways. And that's where that half mandrito comes in handy. But you just can't make it effective. And I can't aim this when I'm thrusting. It has to be just at whatever height it is. I can't aim downward without doing this really awkward wrist motion. Falso Drito. See? Ah. Ah. See? It's a very powerful move, made even more powerful by the pommel. Because when you're here and you're coming around, it's this snapping motion that's lost. Yeah, you can make your right hand do it, but the actual damage is not really affected by the pommel. Oh, maybe she's dead. Alright, I'm about to die. I'm gonna get rid of this red box. Kill me. Alright, it's Wing Chun. How did I stab him? Was that with his own weapon? Oh, you gonna pull your own eye out? Oh. Hello, Logan. What up, dude? I was just explaining, well, I'll do it again. I'll explain the problem, Blade and Sorcery. And it's simply the fact that you can't manipulate the point of a two-handed sword by moving the backhand. See, the point just stays there? It should be doing this. should be able to go up and down, keeping my front hand in the same spot. Same thing with this. Look at that wonky, weird motion. Why isn't it not going like that? Don't make no sense. Anyway, I'll be fighting, today I'll do the gladiators. Are you not entertained? Get up. I pity you. Whew. Come on, old man. Ah, almost got it. See, that should basically kill him. That's just a light tap. Same thing with the Mandrito, the half Mandrito. Just letting me saw him up. So that was a good full Mandrito to half Mandrito. And it was pretty weak the second time. Oh, mages. See, I mean, the full Mandrito, or the half Mandrito, it does damage just because you aren't doing it with your front hand. I can actually do it with my front hand entirely and just not move the pommel at all. But what? Man, where's the fun in that? That's not real. Alright, I'm dicking around. Time for the real fucking mean shit. See, that should have killed him. What happens when you throw the falso drito without the backhand is you're just straightening out your sword. It's kind of like just smacking them with it. Like, hey. You know, it just does as much damage. I don't like mages. Fuck you. Fuck you! More mages. No more mages. Even on your basic up and down. You know, I should be able to pull this to make the point go like that. And my favorite defense, being able to just throw your pommel up and guard yourself that way. You can't even do it because you can only bend your wrist so far down. My entire body is open. He's got no dick. What's going on with your shield? Alright, time for some fun. I've kind of gone on about the two-handed sword long enough. I got what I needed for the YouTube video. Ah, fucker. Come on, what do you got? You don't have a weapon? Ah, I was trying to stab you in the stomach. Alright, works. So you should have your arm straight and your point forward. Literally, they'll just walk onto your point. And that's how people in real life fence, because your weapon's closer to your enemy, increases your cone of defense, also is more threatening. They're going to keep their distance if your point's aimed right at their face. Something the AIs just don't understand. You got some armor protection. Oh. Another mage. Back to the two-hander. Ooh, lightsaber. Oh, I like that sword. That one's cool. Oh, it's like a stabbing effect. Come on, grab something. It's a little long for my taste. Yeah, it's a little slow in my taste. Swords really weren't as heavy as he will make them seem. Yeah, see, I gotta be a little slower with my moves. See, that guy's just right open, like. My point is right in their face, they don't back up. You just put it on their jugular. A good defense fighting with sword and dagger or two swords is this. Especially if your right hand on bottom. Woo! You son of a bitch. These are those moves that are kind of shitty without the pommel motion. I should be able to whip that motherfucker. Does nothing. Well, I guess it does something. Full Mandrito. Oh, she's got a little rice thing. Give me that rice. Give me that rice. Oh shit, that was cool. Yeah, grab it. She was right-handed, so she switched from having her right-handed thing knocked out and then moved her left-handed weapon to her right hand. That was kind of trippy. See, that move can, if done right, really makes a difference. But in reality, you don't keep your arm swinging. This motion is not a powerful motion, moving your wrist upwards, towards your body. It can be mixed with the pommel and other motions, but you don't want to do this motion like this. You want to throw it forward and just stop so your point's in presence and you can do a follow-up parry. And you have to do it in a strange way without the whipping motion of the pommel to bring it from this point to this point quickly. Ooh. All right, Logan, you want to see some? Blade and Sorcery is a great game. I'm honestly not. I'm not talking shit. I want them to actually fix this issue with the pommel. And actually, let me die real quick. I want to show it with. I want to start over with knights. Kill me. Actually, I'm not going to let a mage kill me. Give me a real man. Oh, another mage. What the hell? Can I catch it? Alright. Oh no, whatever should I do? I'm open. In for the head. There we go. Straight to the eyes. Alright, now I'm going to switch to the knights. Still need to upgrade. Yeah, man, the graphics card is crucial for the VR. RAM especially. Sec. Alright, let's have some fun here. I'll pick out a rando weapon to have fun with, but I'm going to use the Warhammer. Let me grab a spear, actually. American. What do they have? Like an Apache? Okay, yeah, they got some tomahawks. It's cool. Spears. No. Oh no, this is a glitch that I've noticed. Hold on, see if I can turn my controller off. Not screenshots. Damn it. See, this is going to be fucked up now. Whoa. Oh, alright, this is strange. Okay, so I'm just going to have a sword attached to my hand. This will be cool. Alright, we'll do Renaissance Knights. Or Templars. Templars might be a little bit better. Not archers. Fuck, no. Alright, we'll do Templar versus Templar. Wait. I'm having my ale first. Alright. That sword's going to be distracting there, but that's alright. Ah, got through my defense. So you want to hold the pole axe or a warhammer like this. You can defend your body mostly by doing that. If they go low, you can block by attacking with this thing, 'cause it's super long. See that? And then when you're on this side, you can basically attack by swinging it back this way, doing a kind of a false edge parry kind of thing. So with this you can block, cut, stab, parry, return to your normal guard. You can also kind of step back, ready to swing, and drop this bitch. It's intimidating in real life. I don't know if it really affects the AI. I'm like this. But anyway, yeah. Basically defend, this way. But you can be in this way. You can deliver some blade cuts that way. Honestly, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, it kind of works when you have a longer weapon, when your hands are further apart. But I should be able to go a lot lower than that. I should be able to basically go, ah. So this is that defense I'm talking about. Works a little bit better when you have your hands far away, kind of like a spear or something. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that cleaves the helmet for sure. And I guess kind of how the Reverso Trivolata can be used as a hammer in this way with this, with this particular weapon. It's on the back. You could turn it over, or you could try to use your false edge to deliver hammer strikes. Just a flesh wound. My sword axe. You shall be defeated. That's one thing, attack high, strike low. It works on both sides. Well, better on this side. Obviously, you can throw it behind your back and come back around. You want your hand kind of mid to top, and your bottom hand to be about this far. So that's attacking and defending at the same time. Ooh, I've shifted. Still alive, huh? Yeah, keep rolling for eternity. Are you not entertained? Wait, I've got a plan. I'm trying to get it stuck. Ugh. Got no idea. Just gonna have two swords, I guess. Oh, I guess I killed them all. Anyway, this glitch, the only way to get rid of it is basically to quit the game. But I'm probably gonna stop right now. Logan, thanks for watching. Any of you out there, if you are new to the channel, please give the channel a follow. And yeah. Two-handed sword. Whoa. Hold up. Okay. That's kind of cool. It's working more now with the other sword attached to my hand. Hold on. Let me die real quick. I'll see if it's still an issue. Or maybe if I put this sword in my pocket. Kill me! Trying to get. There you go. Strike me down. I shall become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Nope. Alright, let's see what happens. Do I still have sword hands? I don't have sword hands anymore. Alright, let's do it's a final badass run. Bandits. Ooh, do we have different shields in here? You have a Targa? No, but I do like this do like that sword. Or I mean this shield. I like using a square shield with some curves. You can catch other people's swords. But this is an interesting one. It's got a lot of angles. A buckler is meant to kind of hit and roll off. This one's meant to more catch. Alright. Ooh. See, that's, you know, that's the effect of the half-man's Rito. I should be able to pull this. Or... That was a good falso Druto there. See, it's nothing more than a flick, and then they die because they hit their head in pain. This should be a very powerful whipping motion. I know I keep harping on about this, but I'm trying to make a YouTube video of it and trying to get footage of it happening. Come, step into the light. Yeah, I should be able to defend my whole body that way. Oh, well, that was... This is hard. That hit my arm, I guess, but... Whew. Pretty sure I knocked that arrow away and then sliced his head off. Also Drito. Oh. I'm about to die. I hate mages! Flaming head! Flaming head of death! This is what I did to my last mage. Come here, bitch. your friend. You like that? And that's how I die.
Sense danger.
Danger. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to head out for the night. Yes, dude, we should definitely play some more VR, or some VR for the first time. I'm just gonna drown myself. 4, 5, 15, 16, 23, 42. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is your host, Lost in Character. If you are joining me for the first time, please give the channel a follow. Streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And tonight I was using some recordings for the eventual video I will make about the two-handed sword and how I think it could be fixed and what I think the problems are. Anyway, yeah, join me next time. Lost in Character, out. Shout out to Logan. We will play VR soon. As soon as you get one, let me know. Anyway.